It's Joe here from Rebel.com. I'm here to talk to you about our new virtual private server product that is perfect for an agency. So I'd like to give you a talk through about the product, show you a little bit around how you could use it for your customers and your business. So let's get started. So the virtual private server product, you can find it on our website. Here it is on our Rebel.com website. I've already logged into an account, as you can see. Here are the different packages. We offer everything from a small to an extra large package. The small package being perfect to host a handful of websites or maybe just one website. And a large or extra large perfect for hosting multiple websites, especially if they're high traffic websites. You would select your package depending on what you need. If you need a lot of resources and a lot of power, then I'd say steer for something like a large or extra large. If you're looking to host just a small website that you don't want to be on a shared infrastructure or shared hosting infrastructure, then something like a small is perfect for your needs. We have a ton of different features built into our VPS. It's built on top of Plesk, which is a world-leading platform for managing servers and websites. It has a ton of nice robust features like solid state drives. We have a 99.9 uptime guarantee, and it comes with backups that you can schedule and maintain. It also comes with a lot of extensions that you can install on your server that would help you power your website. Extensions like WordPress, Slack, Let's Encrypt, Docker, Git, and Node. There's also many more for you to explore, and I will actually show you a few and how you can use them in a minute. So let's get started. On this account, I'm going to go to my hosting manager, where I would find any of my other hosting products that were purchased at Rebel. You'll notice here that I have a VPS hosting package, a large, and I will just log in. By pressing the control panel button, it will take a few seconds to securely log me into my control panel, but here we are. I'm logged in. This is the home page. From here, I can manage different customer accounts. By going to customers, you'll notice that I already have a customer account here. It's my own. I can manage several different domains if I want to add a domain or a subdomain or even domain aliases. You can manage subscriptions. Subscriptions are kind of like a package that your customers would be subscribed to when they're hosting their website. And service plans. Service plans allow you to define different types of packages that you may want to subscribe your customers to. Some of them may have more disk space, for example, or access to certain applications. You can go ahead and configure those on your own. So let's get started with this domain. I want to show you what it looks like when we're managing a domain. Here's my domain. This is the screen that you would see when you're managing a single domain on your Plesk VPS. And let's go ahead and install WordPress. Installing WordPress is trivial using Plesk. It is a matter of clicking the Install WordPress button, and you'll see here on my screen that the installation is going ahead nice and quick. You can choose to install additional plugins after the WordPress installation is complete. In this case, I'm going to say no thank you. And here we are. We have a WordPress installation. I can click on this WordPress installation and get more details about it. I could log into the dashboard immediately here if I want. I could manage the files. I can also configure the automatic updates. For example, here it's set to yes, but only minor updates. I could make that all updates like minor and major updates. So this is what the WordPress installation looks like. You can also manage your plugins and themes from the control panel here, as well as updating them if you'd like. You can easily use this WordPress installation and clone it to another WordPress website if you'd like. So you could create a example staging site or development site and then clone it or sync the data over to a live website. So it's perfect for developing a WordPress website. Makes it nice and easy. It's all built in. You don't need to worry about it. Another feature I'd like to show you here for my domain, I'm just going to go back to the domain, is the backup manager. So you can find the backup manager here on my WordPress installation, you'll notice that there's already been a backup, but you can create a schedule. So here I can create a schedule that daily at 14:45, it is going to create an automatic backup for me. I can choose to have it incremental, I could have it weekly, monthly, yearly, and you can define some extra parameters here, like how long you want your backup files to be kept for. I'm just going to go back, and I'd like to create a backup right away. And I'll show you that you can even trigger a backup anytime you want. It could be a full backup or an incremental backup. In this case, I'm going to make it a full backup. You'll see that it only takes, in this case, I don't have very much content on my website, so it's quite quick, but you'll see that it only takes a few seconds to create a backup, and it's already done. I could restore from this backup anytime I want by clicking the creation date, and I'll be brought to this screen here, where I could select to restore, let's say, an email account. I have one email account as an example. Or I could restore only the database if I'd like to restore a specific database. Or I could select individual files on that domain to restore if I'd like to restore just a very specific file. So I could restore one of these WordPress files if I'd like to. I could also choose to restore the entire subscription, so the domain, files, emails. But then again, it's up to you and how you want to restore. You can set it to send you an email after the restoration is complete. For very large websites that are several gigabytes in size, it may take a while for it to restore because it has to reapply those files. So it's nice and convenient to have an email sent. Next, I would like to show you the health monitor. So as an agency, you will want to monitor the health and the services of your VPS. Things like the disk usage. So here you can see that I have 3.8% of my disk used up. You can monitor the memory usage to track how your websites are doing or consuming memory. You can also track CPU usage. So you can select to have it, say, over the last 3 hours. In this case, the green means that my server is not under very much load. It's brand new. The website is not even live. Therefore, you're not going to get a whole lot of CPU usage. But on, let's say, a VPS that you have multiple websites running, and you're finding that you want to check the health of the server, this is a very nice and convenient spot to go and check out the resources, and you can visualize them, which is nice. The next place I would like to bring you to is the extensions. So you'll notice here that I have the extensions catalog pulled up. With Plesk and the VPS, you can install any extension you want. We don't restrict you. Here are a few examples in the web development section. So you can install some WordPress or Joomla toolkits, or even Node or Ruby. And I will go back to the extensions catalog. You can install some security features. Here are a few of the security extensions. I could be here all day showing you the different extensions that are built into Plesk or that you can install. But I'd like to show you a few of my favorite and how you could install them. So one of my favorite is the Google PageSpeed Insights. Here I've brought up the extension. Installing it is as easy as clicking that install button. It takes a few seconds to just download the files and get configured. There you go, it's ready to go already. Now, when I go to my domain, back here, you'll notice that the Google PageSpeed Insights button has appeared underneath my domain. Different extensions behave a little differently. This one appears right under the domain. So let's click on it. What this extension does is it analyzes my website for its speed and how well optimized it might be. You can notice here that my site gets a site of 79 out of 100. It's just the default WordPress installation, and I have not done any optimizations to it, but it gives me plenty of indication or ideas on how I could optimize my website. I can choose to follow these if I'd like. But it's a great tool to help you speed up a website that might be feeling slow or sluggish. Another extension that I really like is the Git extension. I've already got it installed here on my domain, and I will show you. The Git extension allows you to configure a Git repository, either in a tool like GitHub or Bitbucket. You could also use or connect a Git repo that's local on your machine. And you can choose to have it automatically deploy any changes to your Git repository. So if you update your code or push new code up, then your Plesk server will download that new code and automatically be updated. It's perfect for development environments. The final extension that I'd like to show you, and I've already got installed, is Docker. Docker allows you to run different Docker containers on your Plesk server. Here you can notice that I've got a Mongo Docker container already running and configured. You can view the settings if you'd like. So you can configure a lot of different settings. There's different Docker containers. So let's say I wanted to run a Redis Docker container. I would just search for it here. You'll see that there's the Redis Docker image that I could choose to run. You could select the different versions as well if you'd like to run a very specific version. And in this case, it's going to go out and try to install the Redis Docker image. It will ask me to configure it the way that I'd like to configure it. And you could also choose to start the Docker container, especially after a reboot, if you'd like it to automatically come up. There's a ton of opportunities here to install different pieces of software. You can also, using your VPS, log in via SSH and install any pieces of software through SSH, so don't feel like you're restricted to only what Plesk offers here. If you can do it via command line, you could absolutely do it on our VPSs. The last thing I'd like to close up with before I let you go is mentioning that we offer free migrations. So if you'd like some help moving a site over from another hosting provider to our VPSs, then feel free to reach out. We've got migration specialists here that can help you move those websites over, make it as painless as possible for you. And we also have something called one-on-one assisted setup, where you could book a meeting with one of our customer service specialists to help you get set up. Customers often ask to have a meeting for configuring email or configuring their SSL certificates if they need a little help or would like a bit of a walkthrough. So you can set up meetings with our customer service reps to help you out with those issues as well. And on that note, that's everything I'd like to show you guys today. I hope that you can find use in our VPS product. I hope that it would serve you well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, I'm Joe from Rebel.com. Have a good day.